Well, to hell my Lithuanian as this match is actually happening. Brock Lesnar versus Omas. I mean, it's one of these obvious matches. A few moves, F5, wow, that was impressive. The problem I have with this match is that it makes me believe Vince McMahon is actually back.
I had a dream about you, big, oily, sweaty man at WrestleMania.
This doesn't necessarily look like the type of match Triple H would book. And it's like you don't have Brock Lesnar for that many more years. Is that really the match you want to use Brock Lesnar in? Is that really the best idea? And you can say, well, it's going to do wonders for Omas. Well, he faced Braun Strowman, which is not, of course, on that level, not by any means, but even that didn't do anything for the guy. And is he really going to beat Brock Lesnar? No. What are they thinking? And you might be wondering, what was that? Well, it's obviously matured milk, which I know you may think is just spoiled milk, but it comes from Brock's farm, so it's different. But welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad to be back. And let's talk about what happened on this episode of Monday Night Raw. Now, the things kicked off with the bloodline, and that was a pretty weird segment. Jimmy says he's seen everyone talking about the problems within the bloodline. It may look like that, but that's not the case. Families fight all the time. If you come for one member of the bloodline, you come for all of the bloodline. Kevin Owens failed, Sami Zayn failed, and Cody will fail. He says Roman Reigns will be on SmackDown, but they're here to remind everyone who runs Raw. Then we see the Street Profits, and of course they mock Jimmy and Sikoa. They can't blame Jay for not being here. He's probably tired of keeping the bloodline together. So in my opinion, this was kinda weird. This match was really unnecessary, and it all just felt kinda forced. I will say the Street Profits promo was kinda funny though. Everything else just felt like, okay, we need to open this episode of Monday Night Raw somehow. So we did see Jimmy and Solo Sikoa versus the Street Profits. I'll give you that, that was actually a pretty entertaining match as expected. But we got the Samoan Spike and the Usos won the match. After the match they weren't done, they attacked the Street Profits. We are about to get that spot with the chair that they love so goddamn much. But Kevin Owens had enough. Stunner to Jimmy Uso. Kevin Owens saves the day as usual. So now the question is, how is this whole thing going to turn into Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, not versus Solo and Jimmy, but versus Jimmy and Jay? That's where things are gonna get interesting. What the hell is going to happen with Jey Uso? Your celebrity crush Brock Lesnar makes an entrance and it's time to answer the challenge. Instead of Omas, we saw MVP. And Brock Lesnar was actually playing nice, almost as if he actually liked MVP, and this was supposed to go well. But MVP sends him a warning. If you F5 a man, he's down. If you put your hands on a giant, the giant puts his hands back on you. That's why Vince loves this match so much. Brock Lesnar says, I'll accept the challenge. We should shake on it and drink on it. MVP thinks he's about to drink some champagne, but he doesn't know Brock as well as I do. Brock is a country boy, so he drinks some of the good stuff. MVP didn't want to do that. Are you gonna make me drink alone? Not at all, Brock Lesnar. I would never. So he takes a sip and spits some Brock Lesnar. Mistakes were made right here. Big mistakes were made right here. He used MVP's napkin. Yeah, sure, why not? And of course, we got an F5. So yes, people, we are seeing Brock Lesnar versus Omas. I talked about this match already. It's really concerning. It's really concerning. It's WrestleMania. It's Brock Lesnar. You're basically wasting big money opportunities right here. Oh boy, we got an absolute banger between Chad Gable and Cody Rhodes. This was an absolute banger, man. Cody was great, but Chad Gable, man, if this guy doesn't get any type of WrestleMania moment, match, appearance, it's gonna be so disappointing and so unfair. He basically gave us bangers all year long. He truly is like a modern day Kurt Angle. And of course, everything went so smooth, the Cody cutter. And look at that crossroads sell, dude. So Cody wins the match and sends Roman Reigns a message. Cody will be on SmackDown too. So yes, finally we are going to see Cody and Roman Reigns face to face. It seems like Baron Corbin is kinda going broke again. I mean, the outfit is not as fancy. He admits that not everything is going well, and of course he got interrupted again now by Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens doubles down. He doesn't want any help. he will take the bloodline on his own. Maxine sees what we see in Otis, and she wants to see him in a match. Maximum male models don't feel the same way. They have no taste. Then we saw Asuka versus Carmella. As you can imagine, Asuka won the match, but later on the show, we saw a backstage segment with Adam Pearce, Chelsea Green, and Carmella. And they basically bonded over Adam's balls. I mean, hatred towards Adam Pearce is what I'm trying to say. They're very similar. Not the balls, I mean Carmella and Chelsea Green, and I believe this is a new tag team we are about to see. And honestly, it looks like it was meant to be. Then we saw Piper Niven versus Candice LeRae, and with the help of Nikki Cross, Candice LeRae picked up the W right here. Seems like another tag team is in the making. Gotta tell you, they do need these women tag teams. As expected, just like I've told you last week, The Miz announced that he is the host of WrestleMania, which was pretty obvious. No one could ruin this moment, and of course Rollins' music hits. Rollins just wants The Miz to call Logan Paul, but The Miz declines. Of course, he's not going to help Seth Rollins. Well, Rollins is going to take matters in his own hands. Super kick to The Miz, face recognition solution, and he calls Logan Paul. Now this was good, but you can tell this was so fake, man. When he was holding the hand, that footage was definitely pre-recorded. It's either the loudest phone in the universe, or they just added some sound effects. Sometimes WWE do things that are just unnecessary, and it kind of ruins the moment. Basically, Rollins said he wants to see Logan Paul next week on Raw, and Logan agrees. See ya, bitch. That was actually the best part about this segment. Probably the best part about the show. But I have a question for you in the comments below. Would you rather see Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul, or Logan Paul versus John Cena? Because I'm not really sure. I do think Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul is going to be a better match, and it was probably John Cena who chose Austin Theory over Logan Paul. Of course, Austin Theory talked about John Cena. Next week we are going to see John Cena on Monday Night Raw, so yes, this match is happening. Time for some Bobby. Bobby beats Elias, of course. No one will disrespect me again. And I don't know how to explain this, man. I was so excited about Bray Wyatt coming back, but this is not for me. This is not for kids. This is not for anyone really. I don't know who finds this entertaining. It just reminds me of the time Bray Wyatt was the Fiend and we got Firefly Funhouse every week and it got boring. WWE are trying to do so much weird shit with Bray Wyatt, and all they need to do is lights out, attack Bobby Lashley, send a message, do something creepy in the ring. I don't care. But of course, Bray Wyatt versus Bobby Lashley, Mountain Dew lighting and vibrator on a pole match. Here we go. Then we saw Johnny Gargano versus Ortiz. Seems like Otis is the biggest player, biggest womanizer in the WWE roster. Dexter Lumis got involved and Johnny Gargano won the match. Man, I can't wait to see Otis outfits. And finally, in the main event, we saw the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Damage Control, I hate that theme song. It's back. It's back, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, Lita and Becky Lynch. So, okay, let's be completely honest right here. Nostalgia, feelings aside. Lita in the ring, not very good. Not very good. Let's be honest right here. Very, very slow. We saw a botch. The timing was really, really off. Thankfully, she's in a tag team, so Becky can kinda, carry her, if that makes any sense. And during this match, we saw the return of Trish Stratus. And yes, we are going to see that 6-women tag team match at WrestleMania, which is pretty awesome. So like I've said, we saw some iffy moments. But whatever the case may be, Lita and Becky Lynch won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Cody was kind enough to leave some pyro for them, so this was a pretty cool moment. I'm just concerned, man. Omas versus Lesnar, really? Is it really the plan? I still can't believe that shit. Whatever the case may be, thank you for watching The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.